Greetings, I am Lies, and I use she, her.
And I am Scandal, and I use they, them.
And let's play a game together!
Woo!
So welcome back, everybody, or if you are new here, welcome aboard.
Yes!
And we are a regretful and mournful burn the morning after.
Oh no, from being high. I was
Kind of.
high. It sure did that, oh boy. It sure did that. When I see the kitchen's light is on, I realize that Alex is still in my house.
Whoa.
Alex?
This is the morning, isn't it?
I thought you'd be going home already.
Or no, this is still the evening?
I thought she went to sleep and then she said she woke up again. Remember?
I thought so.
Me too.
Am I insane?
I don't...
Are you kidding me? How could I leave you alone in a situation like this?
What? He's right, though. Any drug use is bad drug use because, as I have been told over and over again, that's how it works.
So.
But thanks for staying, Alex. What are you doing?
Standing, looking amazing.
Oh,
Oh, sorry, I'm making brownies. You see, they were in this box and they had directions, and while I don't have to know how to do that, I do.
oh,
I am really hungry. And by that I mean, I assume you will be really hungry because your dad damn well forgot the pizza that I didn't know he was bringing.
which is actually a note because we also forgot, but they were supposed to have a pizza. Daddy was supposed to have a pizza.
Daddy was bringing their favorite pizza.
Yeah.
And he didn't even bring it in the door.
Yeah.
And it's just, he should have come in the door happy with a pizza. Maybe he saw Alex's car in the driveway and got out like, what's that? And just left the pizza in his car.
Oh, okay, maybe that's what happened?
Anyway, so I'm going to say I'm really hungry, but what I mean is I assume you are, so I'm doing this for you.
Because also, like, brownies and
But
pot
plausible-
usage is a thing.
Plausible deniability, as for me. And you already had all the ingredients, so...
Brownies?
Yeah. But don't worry, they're not space cakes.
I knew you were going to use the brownies as a joke.
Because we have to, if we've just had a bunch of, basically an experience with marijuana, then you're going to have to tie it to brownies for reasons because apparently no other baked good ever is just desirable. It's only brownies.
Well, it's either, I've always heard of, like, it's Doritos, brownies, and,
No, I'm not talking about craveable.
Oh, foods
I'm talking
that go
about
with- yeah.
usable.
Oh, yeah. I've heard butter.
Okay, but
Butter
nobody
with-
ever says that. They only ever talk about
I know.
brownies.
I know, because, yeah.
You're going to be completely fine.
I blush from embarrassment. Alex smiles gently. A smile that I've never really seen from him.
He always does
It makes
aggressive
me-
smiles.
He smirks a lot, actually.
Now I am concerned. Oh, I'm just kidding, Dawn. You know that I wouldn't make fun of you for real, right?
I know.
I suppose. What you do is you agree with a statement like that.
Right.
So, do you want to try some? I'm still making them, but you can eat them already, apparently.
Well, I'm actually hungry, or no thanks. There's actually no lead-in to this.
There really
So
wasn't.
either one actually could work.
Honestly, I think she would be hungry, because again, she
Yeah.
hasn't had anything.
Yeah, so that
And
works.
she's up pretty late.
I was kind of thinking about that. I was like, well, it could just go with I'm actually hungry, but me personally, I'm kind of terrified that this is going to turn into a pseudo hello.
I think the thing is
Hello.
the interesting thing is it changes your gameplay when you know whether it's a premium scene or not.
I know.
And one of the things that I have never been able to get around in the year that we've been playing these things is this experience of going, if I didn't think that was a premium scene, what would I choose?
Mm-hmm.
And it's really hard sometimes to think of what the character might say, because obviously they don't know there's one leads to romance and one doesn't.
Right.
Or one leads to sexy viewer times,
Right.
I guess. All right.
Yes, please. Though it is an interesting way to almost kind of ask for consent with the player, though we've had a couple of situations where I swear we've picked, like, the normal option, not the premium option,
It's been
and
a
then
little
you're still
much.
kind of like,
Ooh.
oh, okay, yes, please, I'm actually hungry?
Yeah, it's normal to be hungry after you sort of just,
Crashed.
shot yourself into the solar system. Everyone gets the munchies. There's so much of this that sounds regionally appropriate for American stuff, and then several places where you're just like, what are they talking about?
What are you on about?
I'm like, I feel like it almost like it's somebody that was translating that was like basically an American weeb.
Ooh, maybe.
Maybe.
Ah, I see.
Wait.
Uh,
Oh.
the brownies taste amazing.
Ugh.
I didn't know that you liked to bake.
I didn't say I like to bake. I mean, it's not really baking.
Oh.
Anyone can make good brownies, and I will tell you this as an authority and a snob, and so if anyone can't, they're clearly a worthless human being.
I shake my head. Well, I've never made any that are this good.
It's because I used to make them pretty often.
Are you going to
So-
say, I used to be a bad boy?
So now I'm going to tell you that even though anyone can make them, mine are the best because I have practice.
Right? Ooh, really?
Yeah, with my late grandmother, you know?
She was a pothead.
Mostly she just likes to, yeah, honestly, she had a stress disorder, and so she would put her medication in the brownies.
Or again, part of her medication was actually having medical marijuana.
That's what I was implying,
Yeah,
actually. And
okay.
that she would just turn the brownies into an edible.
Yeah, that works for,
Uh-huh.
works great for me.
My late grandma.
I see Alex staring into space as soon as he mentions his grandmother.
That doesn't look like staring into space, that looks like being pensive. And or like, you know, having a just sort of like, you know, shutting down.
Yes.
Becoming quiet and thoughtful. Not space out.
Alright. Ask about his family, praise his brownies.
Honestly, I feel like she might feel safer if she could talk about something that's real and relatable rather than just, you're so good at some shit.
Right? Trying to find out a little bit more about him to try to understand what the hell is his modus operandi. Though also, a lot of times, you sometimes, like, what is it? You don't want to pathologize sometimes, some people? Because, like, you can actually literally give people sometimes excuses, going like, oh, it makes sense as to why you're abusive, because of this thing.
Because
and
you
they
had
go,
this experience.
Oh, it's an excuse that I can just use to continue to abuse you with, because I can't control it because it's this thing that causes me to do it.
It's not me, it's something else outside of me that makes me be this way.
Yeah, and you're like,
I mean,
no.
and the most like subtle version, or like the most immediate version of that is you make me be this way.
Yes.
And then when you go, well, it's not me, then they go, oh, well, my abusive past makes me be this way, or the fact that I was lonely, or abandoned, or had a poor childhood makes me this way. So it's not me, and I can't choose because that thing does it and makes it that way.
I don't have to take responsibility for my actions. It's my past that causes it. And even if it is a part of your decision-making process, that doesn't mean that you can't make decisions to choose something else.
Especially once you've learned what it is that's basically driving you in that direction, and that you have that behavior at all.
Right? Ask about his family.
I feel like Bern would like to know more because that's going to help her with her experience.
Right? I didn't know that you're close with your grandma. I mean, were close
Wait, no, you
with your
are
grandma.
close with your dead grandma.
Oh! Alex scoffs cockily.
Hey, you know nothing about me, Ben.
I'm
Not a
dark and
single
edgy.
thing. I know everything about you, your entire life. What schools you've
These
attended,
men
when your mother
are
died.
so fucking controlling.
They are.
Like, this is so edgy and annoying.
Huh.
Like,
ask about his mother. I didn't know this thing. That is a statement, not a question.
yeah.
What?
Like,
That is a statement, Bern. You didn't ask anything.
You know nothing.
Huh.
I know a little, but to be fair, not much.
I know what school you go to. Huh?
And this is immediately reasserting himself.
Tell me what you know about me, then.
You're Ben's cousin. You go to our rival school.
You're arrogant.
Arrogant.
Nicely done.
And you used to date Jillian. Alex nods and laughs, agreeing that I know a little about him and the fact that I called him arrogant. The fact that he knows it makes me more uncomfortable than you will ever know.
I also tell him that I know that he and Ben use the same makeup routine.
Right? Oh, and that you used to bake brownies with your late grandmother.
Uh-huh. Good job, stalker.
About
About Jillian. Yeah, I suppose I should have told you. And also warned you that she goes after anyone who's interested in me.
like Cindy.
So you should know
Like.
that since you are interested in me, she's gonna go after you.
Okay, so we've met.
So both of these boys inspire obsessive and controlling girls. Of course, they're obsessive and controlling boys, so...
Yes. But
reasonable?
also, like, so you guys, we literally have Bern as the main girl character. We have her friend Kayla. We have Jillian, and we have Cindy,
Yes.
who are actual like scene characters.
For actual, like, illustrated characters.
50% of the female populace wants to basically either kick your ass or is jealous about men.
Okay. 30, 60, 90. 60%.
No. Ignore this. I was using these fingers, not this one. Yourself?
Oh, you count yourself, so all four of them. So yeah.
Yes.
So 50%?
Yeah, that's 50,
All right.
50%. So,
Two of
including
them.
yourself, you, Kayla, Jillian,
Yep.
and Cindy, and that's it.
Half of them are jealous
Half-
and panicky and irrational
That
and
is
possessive.
a terrifying fucking world. And also, I'm like, wow, I can't tell if either, like this world has just an incredibly negative worldview in regards to, like, women in general, or whatever. Like, damn.
Like you, because you're interested in me.
It's fine, Alex. Jillian and I are friends now.
Yeah, I heard about it from my cousin. I'm impressed. I
I-
thought you were kind of a disaster.
So you do still talk to Ben, then?
It's more that I have no choice, since we live together.
Oh,
It's no fun at all, him always being around. Interesting how the entire time you've been dating him, you never learned that he lived with me, or where he lived at all.
right.
Everybody always compares us, although they usually favor him. It happens. I'll be dramatic. It's terrible.
Whoa. No wonder you guys sound
Except
sort of
for
the
my
same.
late grandmother. Even our parents preferred him. My parents preferred him. It was terrible.
His parents preferred him.
His parents preferred him. My parents preferred him. It's fine. Everybody always expects us to act alike because
Why?
we're cousins. But they treat us like twins, apparently.
What the fuck?
But I'm not Ben. And nobody except Grandma realized that.
Okay, you're gonna forgive me. I have like a shit ton of cousins, and I'm not even kidding. I really have a lot of cousins. This concept sounds hysterical to me.
I have never met people that expect cousins to behave identically.
Siblings, yes,
Siblings,
especially
sure,
if they're
especially
close.
twins, or
Yeah.
if they're really close, and especially if they're the same, assigned gender. I just say, but like, I have never heard of this. Also, especially like your parents preferring you as well, or do you have parents? Did your parents die and you moved in with Ben's family kind of thing?
Ew.
And then you were treated as basically same-age siblings, and so they expect you to be alike somewhere. Like, we need more info, bro.
Right? And I'm not saying that
Otherwise-
it can't happen. I'm just saying for me,
It's a little wild.
because that's all I have.
But this is his whole story. This is his sympathetic story, my friend. It's really important that you understand that he's so put upon and no one appreciates him. And they just think he should be like Ben, and everyone prefers Ben because Ben's so much better.
Cool motive, still an abuser.
Yes, alright.
Alex sighs loudly. I feel sorry for him because
Which
this
is
the
appropriate.
kind.
That's what you're supposed
Yeah,
to do.
that is because yes, that's what I'm supposed to do, and especially with the basically patriarchal worldview that I've lived under my entire life, I am really supposed to, and I'm supposed to caretake for you. So, well, this is what we're
So
going to
I
do.
need to see you as different than him.
It must be difficult for him to grow up while competing with his cousin. Hey, but don't ever change, okay?
What do you mean?
Is that an attack? What is this?
Like I am
Are you also
confusion.
comparing me to my cousin? I smile and pat him on the shoulder.
Brownie in one hand reaches out in front of Pep. Got it.
I know comfort words.
Brownie held in front of you, like a slight shield, and reaches out and Pep.
Always be this arrogant, because it's a joke now, but carrying Alex. Someone who drives me crazy, because crazy making is appropriate. Oh my
Right.
god. But also be with me when I need you? Alex chuckles nervously.
Because it doesn't matter if you're super arrogant and super self-possessed, as long as you're always there to problem solve and you clearly care about this person.
God, this is super uncomfortable.
You're so lucky. You have someone who cares so much about you. They hurt me constantly. Oh, but they're so good to you. You're so spoiled.
Right. He doesn't seem to have much experience with situations like this. All the red flags are not flying.
Let's finish these off. I made an entire pan, and if we don't eat the entire thing, it's on your head.
Alright! Ciao!
Ciao!
No. Tonight was definitely the longest night of my life. It's almost 3 o'clock in the morning, and I'm still awake. Alex is waiting by my side, although I can tell that he's actually tired.
What is he waiting for by your side? I'm still awake. Is he standing over your bed waiting for you to fall asleep?
Right? At the same time, I don't feel like being alone at all right now.
I do picture, like, I can't fall asleep. So are you laying on your bed, like, above the covers in your clothes kind of thing? And then he's just hovering over you? What's wrong?
What?
You look like you're thinking about something.
Oh.
And usually your head looks empty. So right now... I just about killed my friend, sorry.
Murder!
Sorry.
How could you?
Sorry.
Also, that is terrible.
It is.
Again, though, these people are kind of abusive, so I don't know what to say.
Hey.
Hello? Hello? Thank you.
You can always talk to me, Bone. Anything's on your mind, you can tell me.
Oh.
Ask Alex to stay with me tonight. Oh, this is the sleepover.
Oh.
I do not think Byrne would ask him to stay.
No.
Even if she doesn't want to be alone. I think that would not be a thing at all, especially in your dad's house. Even if for somehow you were feeling, oh no, I don't want to be alone. I think it really
I mean,
would.
Byrne already said explicitly that I feel alone. I don't want to be left alone tonight.
Uh-huh.
And also, then the thing is, so you have to also add on to this patriarchal thing of going, you've just been vulnerable with me, and going, things are really hard, and I have such a hard time, regardless of the fact that he's an abuser.
Now, if the options...
Part of my brain's really just like, I think Byrne would.
Really?
Because also, like, your dad has literally gone off and thrown a tantrum. You have no idea when he's going to come back.
That's true, but you also just got in trouble with him. So who's the bigger presence in your mind, Daddy or Alex? You've had Daddy a lot longer.
It's true.
He's never seemed, like, as far as we know...
But Daddy's not visible. Alex is.
Oh, that's true. There's the whole object permanence presence of things. What's
especially
in your
for
face?
somebody who's experiencing trauma. So one of the things that people who are traumatized that I've seen is that you will tend to fixate on what's in front of you. And then when there's nothing there, you'll develop everything. Like, you'll become
you get a very, like, blinders sort of narrow worldview. I say.
Right.
On the other hand, and I'm not going to stop you from choosing whatever you want, there is a level of, but you shouldn't worry about me kind of thing. And it might be a burden on you to ask you to stay. Even if, because if she thinks she's doing it for him, she might ask. Like, you were vulnerable with me, I should invite you to stay, I should be kind to you, you know?
Right.
But if it's like no, it'd be such a burden if you have to listen to me.
Yeah.
Or support me.
I could see that. I'm not saying it's impossible.
What you leaning towards?
I just, like, my first response really was ask Alec to stay with me tonight. And I'm disappointed that this is the romance thing, because that just makes me uncomfortable. Oh, God.
Because if it wasn't a romance option, I could totally see it. If I could pretend it's not there, I could see her going, could you just stay? But I can't see her then being comfortable with basically what kind of an answer that would be in reference to it's now a romance option. And it just seems uncomfortable. So I'm having trouble going, what would she just do without me and my comfort level? And having this not be a torturous experience for viewers.
Because also, like, again, we're not here to torture. We're here to try to figure out what because
we're trying to play the story as a character experience,
right?
And see what it looks like if you just play it as a person. Do you know?
No, I don't.
All right, hold on 1 second.
All right.
Okay, so we discussed this slightly, and I think my friend's going to break it down. Why probably not choose?
Okay, so my friend brought up a really good point that the last time Byrne stayed with someone, Byrne was under the influence of basically a chemical thing, right?
Yes,
and that also
alcohol.
led to the experience as it did in the very beginning of the game with Jonathan, which she had no choice in. So in this one, her being able to choose would come out much better. So I think actually I wanted to go with tell Alex that everything is all right.
And I want to sort of support that a little bit more even in going, she's had a couple of flashbacks of the alcohol, of pool party, of any of this stuff of going, this reminds me of that thing. And I feel like if we were, like in this case, even if he's with her in her bedroom, suddenly, we're not sure how he got there, he just kind of followed her, or it just happened, right? And she wasn't paying enough attention. If she sees herself being a little bit, basically, still under the influence or recovering from it, and then is like, man, in my bed, flashbacks. No, everything's fine.
Right.
You know?
It's fine, and that's great, though, because the other thing is for me, at least on a meta level, that means that he'll leave, but I hope he'll... we actually don't even know that, because this is a Genius game.
Right.
Don't worry, Alex. Everything is fine. I'm just thinking about my dad.
Well, figure something out, okay? We'll figure something out, okay? But now, let your dad be on his own and calm himself down.
He's an adult. Okay. And, Alex...
Yes?
You've been so awfully nice to me. I really do feel like I have to strongly accommodate you. You look tired. You can go home if you want. I'll be fine. Alex shakes his head.
I'll stay with you. He stays anyway. Oh, God.
Alex lays on my bed and invites me to join him.
Come on. Come. lay down with me.
It's not even a request.
Nope. Don't worry. I won't do anything except demand that you do as I say. I just want to sleep well. I just want you to sleep well. Turn. Whoa.
Okay. I lay next to him.
Both of us in full clothes, and then he grabs you.
He pulls me closer, hugging me tight. My heart beats really fast, and I'm afraid Alex can feel it.
And I'm also afraid.
I am
Afraid.
I didn't sleep. I didn't expect to spend all night with Alex. Not like this, not that there was much night left, to be honest. But oddly, I feel calm. That's probably numbness, but I'm gonna call it calm. I can barely keep my eyes... You stayed awake. I could barely keep my eyes open. Alex whispers sweetly in my ears.
Not sleeping either. Sleep tight then.
And that's the last thing I can recall before I fall asleep.
Another couple of hours lay there while he whispers at you, and then...
I don't know how long I was sleeping.
That was weird.
But we are out of time.
Whoa, that was weird.
So, thank you very much, everybody, for joining us. If you like what we do, please feel free to like, comment, subscribe, and also share our videos if it's a time for you. Please also feel free to go check out our Ko-Fi and our Patreon. We have some links in the description down below. And I have been Scandal.
Yeah, if you think someone else would enjoy our stylings, or would have interesting opinions, or an interesting take on this, or would have something to contribute, or would just enjoy it, and you would feel comfortable sharing with them, we would love that. It really helps our visibility. And I have been Les.
And it was great playing with you. Bye!